What's going on, my boys? Welcome back to the Dankest Dimension, and this time I'm going to have to share with you something a little bit different because this has really been on my mind for a while. What I decided to do was just tell you guys my dank duel stories one at a time. Why not? And if you like them, great. If you don't, why? Let us begin. So back in the day, hey, flashback. Back in the day, when your boy was a young tyke, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh all the time, man. Yu-Gi-Oh was like the main lifeblood of my life for my youth growing up. And because of this, I play Yu-Gi-Oh everywhere. I play Yu-Gi-Oh in school. I play Yu-Gi-Oh at the library. I play Yu-Gi-Oh at home. I even play Yu-Gi-Oh with the TV by myself. But that's how your boy felt. But I found out the true meaning of hot shit in your hometown when I went for my first Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. So I go to this Yu-Gi-Oh tournament and I'm expecting to just decimate them all. I mean, who could stand up against 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons? Am I right? Unstoppable with my 3 Blue Eyes White Beat Sticks. I was that man. And I decided that I was going to go in this tournament, destroy all these people, send them directly to the shadows. They were going to be decimated under the power of my blue eyes. I mean, who else could go out and get a starter deck Kaiba back when the game first started? So when I get into the tournament, we all used to play at this place called Wizards of the Coast. If you don't know what that is, it's just a card game shop. They were really awesome. That was my first experience with a mainstream trading card game store. That was the first time I ever had known that that was even a thing that existed. And I didn't even really play trading card games until Yu-Gi-Oh! I collected Pokemon cards like everybody else, but I played Yu-Gi-Oh! It was time to duel, boy. You see them cards, boy, you're just looking like, what? What, mate? So the Magic the Gathering tournament was being held, so there wasn't any room for the Yu-Gi players. So the Yu-Gi-Oh players had to go play at the McDonald's in the cafeteria upstairs. Even though I had just gotten there, you don't forget that I am the best duelist in the neighborhood. So I had to show out. I basically came in there, was like, who is the strongest among you? So that I may destroy him with my Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's literally how your boy was in real life. I didn't say that shit, but what I was thinking was, who is the strongest? And being a sporting person that he was, this guy's name was Harley, by the way. This guy actually got me on the right track for Yu-Gi-Oh! And like I never said, thank you, my boy. But this guy, we were never friends or even acquaintances. But this brief interaction changed my entire life. Like, seriously. Me learning how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively changed the entire course and direction of my life. But I'll get deeper into that as these episodes continue and you enjoy them more and more. I step up and I challenge this guy to a duel. He accepts, and we sit down to play. And of course, this guy, he's playing competitively. He plays the meta. So he draws, he opens his hand, he gets his cards, and he's like, well, boy, Goblin Attack Force, go ahead. And just puts his cards down, like very confident, like. And I thought, what an arrogant fool. He summoned such a weak beast to me? He doesn't know I own this card. The Blue Eyes White Dragon. Goblin Attack Force, eh? Well, I have this card. The Blue Eyes White Dragon. He looked at me and he says, well, you can't just summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon on your first turn. And I looked at him and was like, don't get mad because you're about to lose. So he calmly took his cards, he packed them up. He literally took his deck and put it in his bag, and he took a rule book out of his bag and he threw it at your boy. He said, get good. And walked away. What a coward. Running away from my Blue Eyes White Dragons? Fool, I'm even stronger than Kaiba now. So after that, my friends are behind me telling me how good a duelist I am, how amazing I am, how this guy sucked and just ran and cowered from my strength. And I sat there and agreed and concurred. But then I thought about it. and was like, who confidently throws a rule book at a man and tells them to get good? Someone who probably is right. So I decided to read his rule book. Now keep in mind, it's not that I didn't own a rule book. I had 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. But the reason why I had never read the rule book in the first place is because I've been watching season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you've watched season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know how to play, right? If someone has Exodia, throw it off a boat. And if somebody owns a card that you don't want ever to be used against you, rip that bitch in half. I mean, isn't that how you play the game? As I go through reading this book, I get to the part where it's talking about summoning. And it says a tribute summon. It says in order to summon a monster level 5 or higher, you must offer a monster as tribute. First thing I thought was, what the fuck is a tribute? What's a tribute? And I'm trying to figure it. I'm trying to think in my mind, well, tribute, like what could that possibly be? And I go in the back of the book, there's no table of context. So there's no way for me to figure out, you know, is this something that this dude just made up? Is he not reading the rules right? Maybe he could be wrong. Maybe tributing isn't what he thinks it is. And I'm sitting there with my mind boggled, still kind of staggered, like that this guy just basically told me to like get good, get life. And I decided to read the book some more, and I just still didn't get it. I read it a bunch of times. But then, no lie, you got to remember, the books are very ambiguous. They don't necessarily have the right vocabulary to explain to someone what something means. So by saying offer it as a tribute, and they didn't offer any information to say what a tribute was, it's easy for someone to get confused. No lie, season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Had just begun. When it had started, I really was thinking like, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna figure out this tribute summon shit? And no lie, Kaiba comes out and says, join the Battle City tournament. And he said, in this duel, you'll have to go by my rules, Battle City rules. I'm like, ooh, what's Battle City rules? He's like, in order to summon a monster that's level 5 or higher, you must send one monster from the field to the graveyard as tribute to tribute summon a monster. And my mind was like, right there, I got infused with the knowledge to duel. From there, you know, I just continued to watch the show and read the rule book. Watch the show, read the rule book. And after I got a good understanding, I looked at my cards and I realized that I didn't have any level 4 monsters. I had common monsters in my deck, maybe like a Lajin here or a Rogue Doll there, but I just had Blue Eyes White Dragon, Hyozen Ryu. I had a Tyrant Dragon. I just had a bunch of big beefy monsters. Also a random fucking Relinquished and Black Illusion Ritual, because your boy pulled the suck out of one of his very first Magic Ruler packs ever, and that was actually disgusting. As a matter of fact, when I got that Relinquished, and it was around that same time, my friend had just finished watching the Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 ending, like the season finale, and he watched Pegasus use the Thousand Eyes Restrict, and he had a Thousand Eyes Restrict, and he was like, wow, I will never ever trade you Thousand Eyes Restrict. You will never summon that monster against me. That card is too powerful, so I'll keep it with me forever. You'll never get it. And I was thinking like, fuck, I really want a Thousand Eyes Restrict. Hey, that's all I got for this video. I was definitely a scrub when I went from dueling at my hometown to dueling at the mall, boy. Like, dueling at the mall was serious business. You had to know your stuff. But yeah, man, that was it. And the funny thing about that was, if Harley never gave me that rule book and taught me, like, you need to just read the fucking rules, bro, I don't think I ever would have got good at Yu-Gi-Oh! I would have constantly stepped being hot shit in my hometown. And then I probably would have made up some sort of BS lie as to why I never went back to Wizards. Probably something like those people were stuck up or something stupid. And I just would have never went back. And I just would have always been a Yu-Gi scrub. And I probably wouldn't have never went to any real tournaments. So thanks to Harley for helping to put me on the right track. Now Harley has brought me here to you to give you some of the dankest links you've ever seen in your life. But I'm digressing from my point, and I'll save those other stories for another video. So let me know, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this series, let me know. You're going to see some Duel Links stuff over here, and you're going to see some other stuff over here. So make sure you click on either one of those videos to watch the next one. Hang around, kick it with your boy, watch a few videos. Regardless of what you choose to do, always keep it dank.